8 wheel studs, 4.5 ton towing, 4.5 ton GVM, 8 ton GCM, more torque than you can poke a stick at, and one of the sickest colors I've ever seen on a factory vehicle. For the longest time, since I've been alive, the only vehicles to bear the Super Duty badging were the big dogs, F250s, 350s, 4.5 and 650s, up until today. This is just about a global first. We are one of the lucky few to have a look at this thing. This is the brand new next gen Ford Ranger Super Duty. Man, even just to film this episode, we had to sign about 1 million NDAs. This is going to be really exciting. Plus, it's about to shake the dual cab market in Australia and the world upside down on its head. Let's talk about it. This right here, this traction green beast, is the next gen Ford Ranger Super Duty, and for it to be bearing the badge of a Super Duty, it had to earn its keep. They don't just give this out willy-nilly. You're used to seeing it on the big F trucks, 250s, right up to I think even the 750s. So for this to be on anything other than an F truck, it's a world first. And I really think the team have gone above and beyond to deliver something that's worthy of carrying on that Super Duty title. Under the bonnet, 3-litre turbocharged V6 diesel engine that we know and love from the Ranger platform. That's for a couple of different reasons, and we'll go into that later on, but it's tried, it's tested, it's reliable, and it fits the platform really, really well. The 10-speed automatic that we know and love as well, that's very familiar to us in the entire Ranger and Everest platforms. That's pretty much where, I guess, the Rangers we know and love stops and the Super Duty gear starts to begin. This isn't just a Ranger chassis, this is a fully redesigned piece of art. 4.5 ton towing, 4.5 ton GVM, 8 ton GCM, out of the box. So for all you guys out there that are going out and buying a Toyota Land Cruiser, for example, for similar money, and then spending 30 to 40 grand getting the GVM up to that, this is the answer to your prayers. I mean, sucks to suck if you've already gone and spent that money on a Toyota, but this is a really fantastic offering for those people that are in the trade, that are towing things, you know, diggers, massive builder trailers, big car trailers, massive caravans and that sort of thing, that are looking for something that's just fantastic out of the box. 3-litre V6 turbo diesel engine that we know and love, the 10-speed auto, upgraded transfer case, upgraded lower control arms, upgraded drive shaft, upgraded rear diff, front and rear diff lockers, upgraded axles, upgraded CVs. This thing is a bulletproof motor. It has been slightly detuned from what we know, basically to fit into the new emissions category that it does have to, being a pretty much a truck now. Anything over 3.5 ton is gonna face the same sort of issues, but it hasn't just been detuned, I guess it's been retuned so that the way it delivers its torque is gonna be a lot more favorable to those people that are towing heavy loads. They've done a fully bespoke brake package on this vehicle. It's got 25% increased cooling up the front as well. I think they've learned a lot from the Ranger platform. They've taken a lot of inspiration from the Super Duties of past, and what we're seeing here is probably, I'm gonna say it, the best looking next gen Ranger we've had. And I'm a massive fanboy of the Ranger Raptor, so to say that for this, it's really something. Up the front, you'll see a bespoke Super Duty Ranger grille, which we really love. Stylistically, you'll probably notice that it looks a little bit like building bricks on the front grille there, and that's intentional. Without you even thinking about it, it's subliminally telling you that, yeah, this is a car that's built for work. It's sort of got that construction feel about it. You'll see these C-clamp LED headlights. Doesn't have the matrix that we'd have in the Ranger Raptor, but I don't think it matters. It's still got that really nice, flat, squared off, aggressive American style grille. We've got the factory bumper down here as well with that trail cam too. Really, really sick. It's wider and taller than your standard Rangers as well, which is epic. And what I think is so, so cool is the 8 stud wheels. Now these things will be coming out with steel wheels, but also these will be coming later on. These are the optioned 8 stud, 18-inch alloys. They're wrapped in a 33-inch all-terrain tire as well, which is super sick. So out of the box, this thing's gonna be so, so capable. And a lot like the Raptor, you'll be able to fit 35s on here with no lift. So that's super exciting too. Factory fitted snorkel, not just a raised air intake. I know, crazy, Toyota rolling in their grave right now. This thing is super sick, and it's been designed with Safari, who are local down here in Melbourne, fantastic company. And look, if it doesn't float your boat, this is a no cost option. So you can get it without it, it's fine. Or if you want it, you can get it. It's not gonna cost you any more. Talking about what's happening on the underside of this vehicle, we have that massive upgraded drivetrain. We've also got things like Ford Motor Company tuned shocks to help handle the load, let's say, because this thing's going to be able to take a lot of it. We've got massive lower control arms, we've got a huge chassis, a massive fuel capacity, 130 litres of it, which in a car that's probably going to be getting around 8 to 9 litres per 100, you do the maths. You're doing over 1,000 Ks between fill-ups. This car does have AdBlue, this car does have a DPF, but a couple of interesting things is because Ford worked so closely with its fleet customers, people like the Rural Fire Service and mining industry and the forestry, you can toggle it so that you control when the DPF does a burn. So if you're worried about running through the scrub and that sort of thing, and the DPF doing a burn, getting really hot, and maybe starting a grass fire, you can toggle it to be basically a manual DPF burn. You don't have to worry about any of that. Stylistically, it's super wide. You've got these wide sort of Raptor-esque guards. You've got these massive squared off flares. You've got this sick factory tub, which is super wide. The hips on this thing are absolutely incredible. You've got massive wide diffs. You've got so much strength. This thing is just absolutely phenomenal looking, I think. On the side of the car, you can see just how much attention to detail has gone into the styling of this thing. For starters, I love this green more than just about anything I've seen before. Really great choice. These massive flares, the massive wheel arches, you can fit 35s with no lift. You've got these heavy duty side steps, you've got quick release mud flaps up the back, you've got upgraded and beefed up inner wheel arches as well in the linings. You've got these massive factory tow mirrors, you've got your blind spot monitoring. This has everything. Everything that you would know traditionally of going out and buying a dual cab ute and then having to spend all that money on getting it ready to tow, done away with this. You could hitch up a 4-ton van behind this and just hit the road. You're gonna have like a ton of payload to play around with too, which is really, really exciting. On the inside, you've got a whole bunch of really cool features as well. You've got a spot for your accessories to be mounted. So for those guys in the fleet game, somewhere for your screens, your computers, your UHFs, your tablets, all that sort of thing. You've got specifically chosen vinyl floors that are molded to the car. Whilst, look, you're probably thinking, we would have liked carpet. This is designed for a purpose. This is designed for going off-road, towing heavy things, going absolutely everywhere. The intentional design choice with a vinyl floor means that, yeah, guess what? Muddy boots, no dramas. Wipe it out when you get home and you're ready to go. Down on the chassis, you'll also see a whole bunch of underbody armor. There's bash plates underneath the fuel tank. You've got revised pickup points for the rear suspension. You've got the revised shocks as well. You've got all the factory tow gear up the back here. You've got more badging. You've got Super Duty badging on the rims. You've got Super Duty badging on the tailgate. There is not a place when you're looking at this car where you're going to forget what you're looking at. And the best part is this color is very specific to the Super Duty right now as of the launch. Plus Ford have been a little bit cheeky. They've been a little bit, a little bit naughty, because you think of a tan car and you think, yeah, okay, sweet, Taliban tan on a 79 series. They've gone and done their own version of tan. So you're probably going to be seeing that in a couple of these shots too. One thing we're used to seeing with all the Fords is how well integrated they are with all their towing packages. So with this car, it's no different. And if you saw our F-150 launch video where we talked about how smart the towing setup is on these things, you'll know just how good this is. It's got not just the inbuilt brake controller that we know and love, but it's got their Pro Tow, which basically means you can basically plug into this additional round socket down here, run your yaw sensors to your big trailer, and then the car's gonna know the exact dimensions of the trailer, it's gonna know what the trailer's doing, and you'll be able to control your reversing trailer from a dial on the dash, which basically takes the guesswork and the hard work out of reversing massive trailers or caravans into tight spots, because you can look at the dial, you turn it left, trailer goes left, turn it right, the trailer goes right, even though the steering wheel is going to be doing the opposite thing. It sort of takes the thinking out of it. Ford are geniuses. Even down to the revised badging, they're flatter, it's white lettering, it's the Ford blue, everything about this stylistically, I freaking love. And the best part is 4.5 ton GVM. I'll say it again, 4,500 kilo GVM, which means you can have a massive trailer on the back, you can have a massive train canopy setup, you can have this thing full of fuel, full of your mates, and still have like a 1-ton payload. Absolutely ridiculous. If you go the single cab, you can have almost 2-ton payload. Like, this is just the most bonkers factory mid-sized dual cab that's ever hit the market. Like, if you're not excited by this, then we are not friends, because this is really, really exciting. You've got a brand new tub liner in the back, you've got adjustable tie down points, you've got a whole bunch of spots all along the top here for clamping bits and pieces down. This is an exciting car. I'm excited. The underside of this thing is an absolute work of art. The way that they've engineered this to be basically an F-150, but in a smaller, easier to drive package is so impressive. And there isn't another vehicle on the market out there that can do this out of the box in the factory format. Well done, Ford. Now, if it looks like I'm excited, it's because I bloody am. This thing is just absolutely sick. And it's rare that we see manufacturers actually listening to what a consumer wants and then delivering it. It's all well and good to have a whole bunch of people come through your door and say, oh, we really like this, but let's change this. And then the manufacturer goes, you know what, doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep rolling the same shit out. Not Ford. I'll quickly run you through a few extra bits and pieces that I forgot that are really gonna blow your mind. For starters, actual rated front and rear recovery points, and not just flat cut, you know, plasma cut things with sharp edges. They're actually beveled and rounded so you can run your soft shackles. This bumper, whilst looks sick, you can also option it up with an ARB Summit bar, which is going to be compatible to take a 12,000 pound winch pretty much straight out of the box, which is super exciting. The bonnet is unique to the Super Duty as well, so nothing else is going to look like this on the road. You've got the Super Duty stamped into it as well, so it's not even going to be easy to replicate, not just stuck on lettering like we might see on the Platinum Everests. It's actually embossed into it, and you'll see this embossing or debossing all through the car on a whole bunch of surfaces. There's a whole bunch of tech that you know and love in the Ranger platform that this has got as well. You've got the 8-inch screen in front of the driver, all digital, and the 12-inch sync system in the middle of the car that looks after all your infotainment. It also has the off-road screen, which means you can toggle through the drive modes, go through your front and rear locker, your trail assist, your trail turn, and all that sort of thing, which is basically going to help you turn those really tight corners when you're off-road by not quite locking up, but really jamming on the brakes on the inside wheel so you can pivot around on the car. A couple of other really cool features that Ford have put into this car underneath that you don't really see, that are aimed right at the people that are towing heavy loads, is there's actually a weight sensor in every single corner of the suspension. What that means is that it tells you if you're over GVM, if you're approaching GVM, where the weight actually is. Plus, when you hitch up your trailer, it uses those same sensors to tell you what your ball weight is on the trailer, and if you need to adjust the load on the trailer with a graphic on the dash. So, if you're worried about putting something on that's not quite weighted right, and it's gonna be, you know, fishtailing its way down the road, the car will tell you before you're balls deep on the Bruce Highway and you're whipping your trailer around between lanes and potentially risking a nasty rollover. You know, they've really thought of everything. I love this thing. If I could take one home today, I would. I can't wait for your guys to let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what you love most about these things. Massive shout out to Ford Australia for having us here, and pretty much a massive thank you for pushing the car industry, pushing the four-wheel drive industry to keep furthering itself, actually listening to consumers and delivering a product that people can be excited by, which is not easy. I think this car's got soul, which is a big claim for a modern, brand new dual cab with a DPF. But I think you'd agree when you look at this, it's got something about it. Anyway, as always, hope you've enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next Thursday.